Hello! How's it going, gamers? Patch notes just dropped, so we're going to briefly go through them. And these are some chunky patch notes, so I'm going to skim through this as much as possible so you don't have to spend like 20 minutes reading them. And we're just going to go through the important bits which actually matter. Now, one thing I am going to say is that there is a big class balance change patch in these patch notes. So if you're curious about your class, look in the patch notes. Because I'm not going to go over those in this video because there's changes to basically every single class. At the point of recording, Kana, Hayato, and Lin are not in the patch notes. I'm pretty sure that's a mistake on Nexon's part, and they just haven't copy-pasted them in. I'm going to refresh the page just to make sure if there's any edit or anything. But yeah, without further ado, we'll go through it. Aran and Shade Remaster. They're remastering both Aran and Shade for new skills, new origins, new playstyles. Really cool. We also get a Hyperburn, where you can pick one of these classes to Hyperburn along with a second Hyperburn. So we get two Hyperburns, one for Aran and Shade, and one for any class in the game. So really cool. If you don't have a 250 Shade, burn a Shade for the crit damage Legion block. Way more important than the Aran. But yeah, we'll skip that. And then also the skill changes. I'm going to go through some of the skill changes, not the whole class. Maple Warrior and everything like that is now passive. Speed Infusion and Decent Advanced Blessing are passive. Every single blessing skill in the game is 2 minutes. And it's just one stack, so no more. It includes Sakuno, by the way. So Sakuno is just like by far and beyond the best blessing in the game, which is crazy. Decent Advanced Blessing now has an all-stat increase, similar to every other node bonus. And then various bug fixes and things like that on different skills. Weapon aura changes, Last Resort is nerfed, Decent Holy Fountain, Venom Burst, a bunch of like special nodes, Janus functionality has been changed, a bunch of skills. Again, there's so many. And by the way, I just want to say, these are some of the nicest looking patch notes we've had in a while. Like actually showing the skills and what they are and what happens in tables instead of just like, lol, here's the skill name. Very cool to see. I like this. Very visually appealing, very nice. But yeah, we're not going to go through this because this is literally every class in the game getting some kind of adjustment. The big winners on my eyes were Mihail, Kali, Marksman, Bowmaster. A bunch of classes got like around 10 FD, some of them getting up to 20. Absolutely crazy. Dawn Warrior, which is the class that I main, got around 4 FD, I believe. And this is also the same patch where support is nerfed basically for a lot of classes. So if you're like a bishop, a dawn warrior, a battle mage, a blaze wizard, XYZ, any of these support, like mechanic, any of these support centric classes, check the patch notes to see which of your skills have changed. Following on from that, we have it's kind of like a main quest, like an MSQ for MapleStory, which has been added, and it's these new quests which have like a yellow bubble with a light bulb. And these are special quests which will essentially make getting to 200 really fast and really convenient because you just follow the quest line. So the areas are Rena Strait, Vern Mine, which is in Edelstein, Join the Alliance, which is like 75, Oswan, Helisium, which is like 90, Von Leon Castle is like 100 and something, Root Abyss is 120, Temple of Time is from like 140 plus, Silent Crusade, Stone Colossus like 160, Hennessy Ruins 170, Critias is 180, Twilight Praetorian is also 180, right? And then Haven is like 190. Darkhold Tree is 200, and then Silent Crusade 2. And basically, you just follow the quest chain of all of these, and you will get to 200 at the end of the quest chain, which is really cool. So if you are like on a newer account, and you struggle to grind from like, say, 130 onwards, just do like an hour of questing and you're 200. Crazy, right? So good. So good. They've also done quest EXP changing on different things, like UIs, like a bunch of areas have had their quests revamped to accommodate for this main story quest. Loads of stuff in like Megatia, Root Abyss, like Von Leon Castle, Temple of Time, like Stone Colossus, Critias, like all of these areas have basically been changed to make this quest line like really easy, really fast to do, and very simple. So real sick. And it will lead you straight into Vanishing Journey, like lore-wise, because you'll understand what's going on, right, after Darkhold Tree and things like that. So, very nice, very cool. We're getting the Crystal revamp from Korea. Now, what I don't know is if we are getting the price change. Because here, you'll notice it says intense power crystals obtained before maintenance will be sold at the pre-maintenance price. This leads me to believe that we are also getting the price adjustment, like the price change. So that'd be really interesting to see. I think our closer to endgame mules in Reboot, for example, will net you a lot more meso. And early game boss mules like Enlomian and things like that, they're easy bosses to kill, might make less meso. That's how it works in Korea. That's if we get the price adjustment, that's how it will work here. The other thing with this is you sell a maximum of 12 crystals per character. If you sell a 13th crystal, if its value is more than the lowest crystal that you've sold, you will get the difference. So you can do every single boss in the game still and sell all their crystals, but only 12 will count. And you've split them into daily crystals, weekly crystals, and monthly crystals. And then there's like a sell all button for each type of crystal. So very cool. On a endgame character, this saves you like a few minutes per character. And you should be netting about the same amount of meso due to the price adjustment. Because you're now skipping like Pinkbean, Hilla, Magnus, Czak, Pap, Akechi, like all these like earlier bosses on like your main. You're now just never doing those again. Because you just do your 12 highest, so the second page. Second page minus Pino and Akechi plus Lotus and Damien. So you're doing 12 bosses. And then, yeah, you're saving yourself like 5 to 6 minutes per boss and character, which is quite cool. Second of all, I say second. We've been through quite a few things. Hotel Arcus fams, very cool. New badge is Magic Attack, finally. Best change they could have done. Root Abyss no longer requires 5 Root Abyss enters for CRA. You no longer need keys. Boss cutscene skip is now in the game. The special item reward, basically if you get a good drop in a boss, they'll have like a beam that shoots off of it. Very cool. Drops have been changed. We get eternal boxes in Hard Calling and Sea Callus and Extreme of both bosses. And then the bosses have been changed for more stuff. You can also now kill boss boxes with skills in Pierre, Queen, Black Mage, and Seren. So make sure to turn off Sengoku forces when you phase in Black Mage and Seren, or you'll kill the boss instantly. Monster Park gives double the EXP. It also has your daily clear reduced to 1 for non-spending. And when you spend either Meso in Reboot or Maple Points in Interactive, you will now get way more EXP. It's basically as if you've done 2 days worth of Monster Park at current rates. So really cool. Really, really cool. NPC bug fixes, a bunch of stuff which doesn't matter. UI has now been changed. We have pet and android transparency features. We have the skill macro UI. You're able to remove skill macros by right-clicking. Event UI is now changed. It looks different. We have also gotten I don't know if it's in here. It probably will be after this, right? So Maple Planner. This is I use a website to do this, right? I have a tracker where I have various tasks that I do for like bossing and dailies, right? I use a website to do this. Now, I can do all of it in game. And you can completely customize this. You can put literally everything in there, like Dojo, Oz, all your bosses you want to do, all your dailies you want to do. And you can just customize this tracker on every single one of your characters. And it will just show you everything you need to do and everything you haven't done. And then these little arrow buttons is literally, you click this and it will take you to a teleport to go there. So good. Vmatrix got 5 extra cores. You can now craft perfect trios whenever you want. You just need 500 shards and you can craft a perfect trio. So if I want to open shards on my new, or open nodes on my new Demon Slayer, I can just open 50 nodes, or less than that even, and craft perfect trios for my Demon Slayer on my new Burning character. Fantastic. Like, so overdue, and I'm so glad they finally made this, because some classes, like Shade, when I last made one, last time I made a Hayato as well, was really annoying to find nodes. So really cool change. You can essentially extend special nodes now as well. So I'm going to extend like Fatal Strike and character building for like a month at a time, I believe it is. And this also costs node shards. But this means you don't have to craft one every 7 days. It's just a little quality of life, which is nice. And this is what I wanted to talk about. Buff display setting system. So what this does is you can split your buff bar. You know, at the top of the screen, like if I buff up now, right? I do toggles, like these buffs are just at the top of my screen, yeah? I can customize that, for example, to put them on like one line, right? So the top line I could have Equinox, second line I could have like Moon Stance, third line I could have Soul, right? And you can custom into skills for your job, like common skills, item buffs, skills from other jobs. You can minimize each row. You can also add a customizable window, which you can place anywhere on the screen, by the way. So I'm going to put it in this example next to my health bar, because it's where I'm looking. And you can just put any skills in here that you want. So I'm going to put like Ring of Restraint in here, Weapon Aura, Rift, Eclipse, Forge, so on and so forth, right? All of my bursting rotation will just be inside of this window. You can align it left or right, depending on your layout. And it's really good. Really, really good. And you can customize this to how many rows, how many slots, like whatever you want. Really, really awesome quality of life. And it should make managing your buffs a little bit easier. Because sometimes when you've got like 15 buffs up here, like in Kalos, I'm trying to cancel Cosmic Shower, and I just can't find it in my buff bar. Now, I can just, because it's all separated, I know where it is. I know how to find it, and I know if it's up, right? So much better. So much better. This one is damage skin UI change. Like, you can just drag them around and move them in patterns. Cool. Item changes and bug fixes. Basically, a bunch of stuff is now different. Hyper-burning characters can now use growth potions is a big one. EXP booster coupons are now different color to differentiate between them. Legion Luck and Legion Wealth no longer die if you crash or if you log out or whatever. Really, really cool. That's the important ones from here. Genesis weapon UI has been added. I forgot about this. This one's really cool. And also, Black Mage no longer drops remnants, I think. Yeah. So Black Mage no longer drops remnants for the Liberation mission, and you just have to defeat the Crux. And what this means is that if you have a remnant, it will be deleted, and you will get a credit of a Crux kill. So very cool. 6-job advancement has been nerfed by like 70%. So instead of like 3 hours to do 6-job pre-quest, this now takes like an hour tops. Really, really good. Various quest like changes. Easy peasy. They deleted a few Haven weekly quests, which is quite nice. Sorry, this is a good song. A few map changes here and there. A Guild Castle revamp, which is really, really cool. This is the TMS Guild Castle change, where you can get fragments from Guild Castle. Now, remember, to activate this and to do this content, you need to do Guild Castle research. If you don't know what that means, is you have to go to Guild Castle, right? Enter your Guild Castle, and you will have to do the 5,000 mob kills a week. And you fill out this skill tree, right? And you do various like levels and things. This new skill tree is going to be a completely new path. And it's going to be a new track on the right side. And each BIP is 5k mobs and a week clear. So keep that in mind. This will take a while to set up, like a few months at minimum. If you just want the fragments. If you want all of the EXP as well, it's going to take even longer. But just remember, this isn't instant, so don't, like, go pog crazy, oh my god, Omega. Like, you need to work for this, and do the research if you want the fragments, right? They also add new areas with new EXP. The EXP rates in this areas are crazy. If you do your full monster cap, which is like 10,000 something, plus the new area, and all the EXP bonuses, you get, like, I think it was like 2T almost a week, or I don't remember the exact number. But it was essentially like doing a Punch King every single week, which in and of itself is good EXP. So this is really good. If you put the effort in, you'll get rewarded. Exceptional enhancements that drop from bosses have been changed. None of us are ever going to see any of these in our lives. But if you do, they are now hammers, because they are bringing out a new pitched boss set, which uses these hammers as additional enhancements. They only work on the piece that it is like relevant to. So the eye patch piece from Extreme Calling, I think. I don't know what drop boss this drops from. It's either Kalos or Calling. I don't know. I think it's Kalos, and Calling is CFE. But this eyepiece will work on the brilliant pitched set eyepiece as well. So you get 1 enhancement on these, and then 3 enhancements on the new set. But this is just like prep. This is interactive stuff. Maple points for rewards in High Mountain. This will also be relevant to Angler Company when that comes out. Fog Forest Training Ground, which is Dojo Training Ground. You can now use G-Skills and practice mode stuff. Collector's Request is why Wild Hunter now has no job. This is the Seiram Elixir, which is Wild Hunter, Sharp Eyes, Bless, like all of this in a potion. So you see it's attack, 10% attack, 50 attack, 10 boss damage, 16 crit damage, and 20 crit rate, which is fantastic. You can use this before entering a boss, and it lasts for 15 minutes. So it's really, really good. You can also buy a Door Potion, which will give you Heaven's Door. You cannot stack this with Lotus Flower, Heaven's Door, or Pantheon Door. Apart from that, they're really good. Okay. Bro, these patch notes are massive. We're like halfway through. I said this would be a TLDR, and we've been recording for 16 minutes, and I've just been yapping. Ride or Die! Okay, now this is the crazy new event. We've explained a lot of this before, but you'll see now just more of a clear image of the UI. Set challenges, set your difficulty. These are all of the challenges that you can get on the random roll, right? So you see this one at the top, Black Hole, create suction zones at random locations. You could just get, like, sucked into a Zakum arm and, like, die instantly, right? Like, increases your damage taken, blinds you while launching you upwards, makes enemies ticking time bombs defeat them before they blow, occasionally open a rift that spawns a variety of enemies. Like, you see, some of these are kind of crazy, bro. Like, Vassals of Kazakh continuously summon an elite boss from the rift. So is this just like Dark Knell, but in every single boss? Some of these are crazy. I'm gonna have a good time. Like, I know that there's a practice mode for this, but this actually looks like quite enjoyable, like challenging, which would be quite cool. Just remember with this, you only have 20 lives across all 6 bosses per week. If you die 20 times, you're bricked for the week. So don't mess up and use the practice mode, right? Adjust the difficulty and make sure you don't grief your rewards. Because there's some really good rewards from this that you want to get. So don't fuck around or you will find out. Althea has a support gauge, which will do various levels of support based on what level you get the gauge to. The effect is more powerful at level 3, of course. This will charge over time. There's also, like, things that, like, pop around and that will, like, stop the Kazakh destructions. This is the new Frenzy Totem replacement for free-to-play players, interactive only. There's then a list of, like, all of the rewards we can get. We've gone over this in the previous video, so check that out if you want to know. Magro potions are a big one. Mape node stones are the new node stones. The one thing I did want to comment on was the Inspector's Magnificent Soul Box, and is used to receive one of the following. I don't know if this is random or if this is selector, but either way, you can get Mag Vellum and Mag Darknell souls from this, and these are both double S-class souls, which means they are best in slot for your Genesis weapon, once you liberate, or if you have a Jenny weapon and you're still rolling your soul. And these are permanent, so you can just stack these from the event. If you get lucky with these and get a ton of them, you can just stack them and hold them for your Genesis weapon, and just have extra rolls at 3% attack or 3% magic attack, depending on what you want. Really cool. Dusk Essence from these is crazy, because Dusk Essence, like, does not exist anymore. Horntail Chair, other stuff, very, very cool. Basically, Ride or Die looks like a sick event. Really well done, GMS. Really cool. Page of Memories. This is the Black Mage Commander lore book, which is really nice. As a lore enjoyer myself, there's a ton of rewards from this. There's 5 daily logins and 3 weekly logins. You can do this free weekly login all at once, I believe. You can do this, bang, 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 and you're done for the week. And then the daily login is just 5 days a week, so you can miss 2 days a week. And then there's a ton of rewards that you get from this. A ton of stuff. Symbol selectors, cosmetics, character backgrounds, more cosmetics, like symbols. There's event skills. There's tons of this stuff. A bunch of stats. Crazy stuff. It just keeps going. Von Leon's swordsmanship is the proc skill, which is Von Leon will pop up in your map. This is in his human form, like before he goes Monka-esque crazy. And he will just kill all the maps. Very cool. Persevering Records is a Punch King. This is an absolutely ludicrous Punch King. It's probably the hardest one we've ever done. It goes up to 2050, and you can buy some really special items if you get over 2000. You will not get over 2000 if you are not an endgame player. So do set your expectations realistic, because this Punch King is very strong. I believe the estimate is you need like 45k culvert to even get to 2000. And getting over 2000 to 2050 is just like some ludicrous number. So good luck. And there's a shop with symbols, research scrolls, and these are the special items, right? Karma Abyssal Rebirth Flames, which are tier 5 to 7 flames. And they're black flames as well. So usually, black flames are tier 4 to tier 7. So these are a tier higher and a selector. So they're just the best flame that we've ever had in the game by far. And it's just not even close. Like, they're so good. So it's worth the hustle. You can get up to 300 throughout the event. If you can get those, best of luck to you. Good luck getting some crazy rolls. Good luck, good luck. Training Center, just another event shop. More stuff, like literally loads of stuff. Node stones, growth potions, mag potions, strawberry farm tickets, which is crazy. A meso shop with even more stuff, like cosmetics. Quite cute. I'm buying all of these Orchid and Lucid things. So I'm buying all of the Orchid Chair, Lotus, Orchid Otaku, 100% buying this, 100% buying this, 100% buying this, like Waifu Body Pillow, dude, 100% buying this. Very cool. I'm probably going to buy a Von Leonroyd as well, because I think that would be really sick. Right, so we are on to the burning events. These patch notes are fat, bro. They are fat. Item burning is a new burning on any hyper burning character, where you will get like a free gear set. And this gear set will be upgraded based on various missions that you do. And you'll notice here, so defeating Czak, defeating Vellum Chaos, CPAP, normal Lotus solo, and then Slime normal solo, and then finishing off with Easy Lucid to get fragments and symbols. These are a full set of basically CRA and Abso, but they're not real CRA and Abso. It's just a like a fake new set called the Challenger set, and it will upgrade every time that you complete one of these missions. So it's super worth it. It makes leveling up a hyper burning character really easy, because you just basically get a full gear set straight away that will take you to 260. Because all of these are like free line potential, like on stat. And they scale from, I think, 12 star to like 18. In MapleSea, it was 16. So we'll see what happens on the GMS version. In Korea, they stopped at 18 star free line unique. They were temporary items. Keep in mind, they do expire. But yeah, really cool. Really, really good. 0 to 100 is a returning event that has been, since New Age, we've had this like every 6 months. And essentially, you get 7 characters which you can create. And you will be able to enter this event and go from level 1 to level 100 in about 10 minutes. Like, per character. Really easy, really cool to do. Very simple. You get a massive amount of EXP in there, and it just does everything for you. Gives you like some leveling gear at the end, just to make getting to 200, and then like a cute hat and like a cute chair. This chair is really nice. I AFK in this all the time, because 2 people can sit next to you on this swing. So I really like this chair. I am a henny ho, so this chair is just really cool. Hyper burning. Now remember earlier I mentioned we get a hyper burning for Shade and Aran, and then a hyper burning for any character on your account. This is the hyper burning for any character on your account, and it's for new characters or an existing character from level 200 to 258, because hyper burning goes to 260. If you are 259, you cannot burn the character, but like, why would you do that anyway? Be honest. But yeah. Hyper burning we've had tons of times before. It makes leveling really simple, getting to 260, which is where like the meat of the game is now. Really, really cool. We get level set. Basically, the left track is what we are, because this right side is for Burning World, and Burning World is irrelevant unless you play interactive server. And even then, I would play interactive and just use Frenzy anyway instead of playing Burning, because like Frenzy is just better than Burning World. IMO. But yeah, you get a bunch of free gear for being a Burning character, and then symbols, node stones, free gear, more node stones, more symbols, titles, all this stuff. You get a bunch of stuff basically. Really cool. And then this is the same thing for Hyper Burning, but for Aran and Shade. It's the same thing. You just get a bunch of free stuff. If you have an existing Aran character, you can get rewards. And then new Aran characters can also get extra stuff. So you will get a title for your Aran character to level it up. And then a bunch of like gear, free X, like strawberry farm tickets to level up faster, which is just insane. More stuff, and then at 230, depending if you do an Aran or a Shade, you will get a transferable title that is permanent, and this is a best in slot title. So if you have a main character already, claim this on your main, because this is essentially a Pink Bean and Yeti title, which is this. So it is 20 all stat, 1000 HP MP, 10 attack, and 10 boss damage. Very cool. And you can put it on any character that you want. Absolutely awesome. And then existing characters get a set of items just by killing 1,000 monsters per day. You can also do this on new characters if you want. For example, if you don't have an Aran and a Shade, you can do this as well. So you will get these. A Lil Maha pet for Aran, a title, which is just like a title, a chair, a hat, a chair, chat rings, an effect, the Legacy Aran set. So this is from like 2010 or something. This is the in-game old cosmetic Aran set, which is just basically they used to make real equipments of all the new classes and put them in the game. And this is you know how in Maple Anniversary we got the Kaiser set as a cash set? This is the same thing for Aran, right? This is just the Aran set. And then these are the cool parts, the character backgrounds. These look quite cool. And then this is the same for Shade, right? So a Hyperburn track for Shade, which caps at 230. The Hyperburns go to 260, but the rewards are at 230. And then for existing or new Shades, right? Same thing. Kill 1,000 monsters on a Shade, and you will get these rewards. So like a Moonbeam, a title, a hat, a chair, a mount, another chair, chat rings, label rings, effect. And then you get a Shade set, which was also in the Maple Anniversary event this year in Maple. And then this Fox Point Village, this will be different. This is the Aran one that they're showing. The Fox Point Village has like the greenery and the shrubbery of the tree where you talk to Moonbeam on Shade. And it's the place where you cry, basically. But I think they retconned the Shade story now, so you might not cry. I don't know. I think it's totally different now. But it used to be really sad. Poor Shade, bro. You get to 200 and like they all forget that you even exist. And it's just like, oh, man, my heartstrings. Like, bro. Okay, Tera Blink. This is on a new Hyperburn character. It basically gets you to 200 in like 15 minutes. You do like a little tutorial quest and it goes, oh yeah, cool. This is how IED works. This is how you kill monsters. This is what an elite mob is. This is really cool. And you get a free pet from this, which has a bunch of pet skills, some chairs, some bits and bobs. Very cool. Burning World, again, I really think Burning World is a bit of a waste in GMS because we have Frenzy Totem. But if you want to use Burning World, it's back. Burning World, very cool. And then Burning World Leap. And Sunny Sundays. Right, we're almost at the end. Sunny Sundays, the two that I want to point out are December 1st. So not this weekend, but next weekend. Is a Shining Star Force, which is 100% success rate, 5, 10, 15, and 30% off at the same time. And then, in December 29th, so like 4 weeks after that, 100% success rate on 5, 10, 15, and 30% off when you start. So we get 2 Shinies, right? So this first one, we are most likely going to have a cube sale the weekend before, or like the week before this, or like maybe on this week, because that's Black Friday week, the 1st of December. That is Black Friday, that weekend, and typically we have a cube sale on the Black Friday weekend, so it's going to be very expensive. So there's a second Shining Star Force down here. If you want to go all in on Cube Sale for the first weekend, and then store up and save Meso for like a month, and then have just Meso to use on Star Force after. It's totally up to you and how you want to progress, but, you know, that's just how it's going to work. Very cool. And then, yeah, everything else. A bunch of mega EXP events, all that stuff. Even another 5, 10, 15. A bunch of EXP events, like the crazy Giga Monster Park clear bonus reward. Yeah, really, really cool. And also, this one, Spell Trace Fever for Interactive is now just every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's the same as Korea. Really cool. Really cool. But yeah, absolutely insane changes for GMS. I am going to refresh the page one more time and just see if they've added in Lin, Kayato, and Kana. I don't think they have. But I'm going to see if they have. Control F. Lin. Lin is not here. Hayato. Hayato is not here. Kana. I'm going to type Sengoku. No. So yeah, the overseas classes aren't in the patch notes for some reason. But yeah, thanks for watching. I know I said I was going to try and make this quick, but it's been 30 minutes of non-stop talk about the patch notes. But that's just how big these are. Again, check the skill improvements for your class. Because I can tell you off the top of me dome that Dawn Warrior, as an example, got around 4 FD gain by a bunch of changes to different skills. True Sight is also changed, whatever. But like Cosmic Burst got buffed. We got crit damage back. Boss damage increase. Final damage increase, or like damage increase, all this stuff, right? So yeah, look for your class and see what changes have happened. And yeah, thanks for watching. The maintenance is gonna be like 10 or 12 hours or something. So yeah, enjoy your time tomorrow, and I'll see you probably on like Thursday or Friday with maybe a DARKRIDE video. We'll see if I can figure out how it works, and we'll go from there. Peace.